Today I'm going to be showing you how to use a lawn trimmer. This is a kind of a unique yard here. We have 2 lawns in the boulevard, and so I'm also going to show you how to do the entire yard with the least amount of dead walking in an efficient pattern. What you want to do is start with your lawn trimmer, and I like to work backwards. I find I have more control over how the blade is positioned. How the blade spins is counterclockwise. So what this does is when you're going along, it kicks back all the debris into the yard. Whereas if you're moving forward, that blade is catching it and then throwing it into your garden beds. It's throwing it onto the driveway. If you have tall grass though, you want to be line trimming before you mow to pick up all that debris, but also moving counterclockwise. And to be efficient, what you want to do is, here we have a tree. The mower is not going to be able to get close to it. So we want to move the stick out of the way. But as you approach an obstacle, go around it so you don't have to end up back at the truck, dead walk back to the tree, and then dead walk back. It's a waste of time. You gotta also keep in mind of what the mower is gonna be doing. And it's a waste of time and efficiency for them to come up, pull it back, go around again. What's more efficient is when you're thinking and you're gonna be mowing, you come, you swerve, and you go around. That section, that triangle, is not going to get cut. So when we're coming up to a post or something like that, or an obstacle that's kind of close to where you're going to have to swerve, this applies to corners of lawns as well. Do a quick tap on the whole corner, and then you'll be able to make sure all that grass is getting cut. So now we went around the entire boulevard. We started here, we ended here. Next, to reduce dead walking, we're going to hop to the next lawn here, which is 3 steps. And then I'm going to show you, if you kind of look over down here, you'll see that the 2 lawns here are divided by a sidewalk. So I know now we're halfway through, and most people's first assumption would be, let's finish this lawn before we move on to the next. My theory, let's jump onto this one, another 2 steps. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go around the entire edge, and then we're gonna come back and do this entire edge. We're gonna end up where we started down at the end, when we jumped over from the boulevard. Now that we're back here, let's do the final section. We've dead walked a total of 5 steps. Let's keep it going. This is a great example on a corner where it's very inefficient for the mower to come, go back and forth and back and forth. Just make it easy for whoever's mowing. Do the entire edge. And now they can just come and continue the flow. Makes it simpler for everyone. Now that we're back to where we started, that was doing all the horizontals. Now we're going to do the verticals. So we're going to do it all again. And you can really see why this is important, especially on a larger property. It's one thing on this one to try and reduce dead walking, but on a larger property, you're really going to save a lot of time, especially when you're doing 2 passes and you have a lot of square footage to cover. To do the verticals, we're going to flip it up and be using it to make a cutting edge along. If you do have a variable speed line trimmer, I do recommend using it on a lower setting. If you do catch rocks, they will break windows, so be super mindful of how you're cutting and what you're cutting as well. And there you have it. That's how you can efficiently line trim your lawn.